We are in Hayfield village, and we are heading up to Kinder Scout, Kinder Downfall, Jacob's Ladder, Edale Cross, and back to Hayfield, probably around a 9 mile, maybe a bit less, depending on what routes we take, round trip. And I'm hoping, as the weather is very nice at the minute, it will be just as good at the top, because the last time I was up Kinder Scout I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face. So looking forward to the views today. Very rocky at the minute. Let's see how this goes. Still on Snake Path with a TH, not double S, as in the A57, heading up Kinder Scout. Rocks have given way to nice spongy grass. This is a much easier walk than the first bit. It's amazing, and I always say this to myself, how quickly you come up from where you started. Doesn't feel like we've been walking long, and already we're really high up, and we're still going up. Still on Snake Path, where the red grouse calls. Heather's out as well, lovely purple colour all the way across the hills, and the rocks given way again to what is a very nice path to walk along, and it's very easy to follow because it kind of just carves its way through the heather. And we'll follow this and then cut off down to the right hand side, and it should take us down to Kinder Reservoir before we then make another little climb up to Kinder Downfall. Just walking along Kinder Reservoir. Again, lovely path to walk along, nice and solid. Great view of the reservoir. I have a feeling we're about to go up again though, because up there is kind of where we're heading, towards Kinder Downfall. I'm hoping we're going to get a view of Mermaid's Pool, but I'm not 100% sure where that is along this walk, whether it's currently to our left or whether it's further around to the right. If we get there and we see it, I'll get it on the camera. This reservoir is definitely very low. It's not the biggest in the first place. It's probably, I don't know, I could hazard a guess and say it's half full. Not surprising given the summer we've had, and still hot today. This is a lovely little spot here, a stream running into the reservoir. William Clough walked along the reservoir from that direction. I'm going to head off, I think, Across this bridge, up these steps, and up onto this hill. It's a very steep, tough climb, this one. You can see the progress we've made. You see the reservoir to the right. I don't know if you'll make out on this phone camera. To the right of the reservoir you can see the path that we've just come up. There's a path there. We just scrambled up that hill. That's quite hard work. First time we've had to really scramble on this walk. Pulling yourselves up with hands as well as pushing with your feet. It's getting very craggy and rocky. I'm wondering if Kinder Downfall is going to be an actual downfall, or whether it's just going to be a little trickle, given how dry the reservoir is. We'll see in a bit. We made it. We made it up onto the top Kinder Scout, Pennine Way. And there is just the little glimpse of Mermaid's Pool. I'm going to take a proper photograph of it with the big camera down here. That was a tough climb. I would say in terms of difficulty, it's medium, getting on for quite hard in places just because of how steep it is. I guess it doesn't help with the heat. It's very hot, so you do feel it a bit more. Great view. Well, I thought the cairn yesterday was big on the way to Mam Tor. This one, just as large. But I guess the benefit of that is you're going to see it in bad weather, and at least you won't stray off the path. So you follow these and you'll eventually get somewhere. Got a video of this little footpath through these rocks. Create a little canyon. You can see the layers of slate. It's quite cool down here. Very damp. Made it to Kinder Downfall, as suspected. It is not much of a downfall this time of year. I think that is it. That is the extent of the waterfall at the moment. Very dry. Really not much of a stream at all. The odd pool of water dotted along. I'm going to stop, have something to eat, and then we're going to carry on that way. Across here towards Jacob's Ladder. Looks like it's a bit brighter over there, but it's actually better in the shade because it's cooled down, because it was very hot on the climb up. The other thing I've noticed is you get some sheep in some awkward places. How they get there, I've no idea. And how they get back up again, anybody's guess. Leaving behind Kinder Downfall, just back that way. Get a very good view of the Mermaid's Pool from here. Just zoom in on that. There's the reservoir again, back where we came from. Now we're heading this way south to Kinder Low Trig Point, and then carry on, and we'll take a right after that and head back towards Hayfield and Edale Cross. We are now coming up to Kinder Low Trig Point. It's been a really good walk, that one, from the downfall to this point on the hill. Really nice views to the west. You can see Stockport or Glossop, not sure which it is. And you can also see what we think is Jodrell Bank over at Crewe. So we got a really good day where we could see quite a distance. Climb up this and have a look. And from here we're on further south towards Jacob's Ladder, but we're not going to go down Jacob's Ladder, even though I'd like to, because it's such a great little stretch of the walk, but it's going the wrong way for us. We want to be west. Jacob's Ladder will take us back east towards Edale. We're over at Hayfield, so we need to go west. Coming down off Kinder Scout now, or coming down off Kinder Edge. There's Kinder Scout in the background there. These ridges. That's where we've just come from. I'm not a fan of the weather on this side of the hill. It's much sunnier on the other side. I was hoping to get some good plane pictures from where we were on the other side, because we're on the flight path from Manchester Airport, so you can see all the planes coming in. A few EasyJet planes. I think I saw a KLM as well. It would have been good, but the clouds came across and then you could hear them but not see them. So we're going to in a bit we're going to head west. When we get to the Jacob's Ladder fork, we're going to turn right, head west, back towards Hayfield, and finish this hike. We've reached Edale Cross. Monument of national importance under the Ancient Monuments Act. Hello. Carrying on this incredibly rocky westward walk back towards Hayfield. Back to how it started on the other side this morning. Quite tricky to walk on, but we're not in a rush because we know we're on the right path now, so we'll just have to take it easy and we will get back to where we started from. So we're now heading north again after going west along the bottom of Kinder to Edale Cross, then a bit further we're now heading north back towards Glossop, and then our village Hayfield will be just off to the west again, further up here. I've been really impressed with this walk. It's had all sorts of terrains, all sorts of little sections that have all been different, and there's always something to see, even on these lower hills. If you look at that, still loads to look at. even though we're getting towards the end of the walk. Last little bit of the walk. We are now heading back down into Hayfield. Farmer has just kindly cut this path for us so we can see where we're going. Just come down off the hills up there. This is really steep, it's very difficult to walk normally without breaking into a run. I guess we're heading into the village via this farm here. And then down along to the left again. Back in civilization, off all the hills, back onto the village lanes, heading back into Hayfield. Some lovely houses down this stretch. Very nice. Got lucky with the weather, stayed dry. And thankfully it cooled off a little bit once we got to Kinder Downfall, because this morning it was so hot. Not sure if I would have had as much energy as I do if it had been that heat all the way through. So yeah, really good walk that was, and a good, what's that, 15 kilometers, 5 hours. Again, that's not moving time, that's just how long we've been on the clock. A lot of that is spent standing looking at views and stopping to have lunch. So that was Kinder Hayfield, Kinder Reservoir, Kinder Downfall, south to Kinder Low, carry on south and then towards Jacob's Ladder, but don't head down Jacob's Ladder, go west to Edale Cross, and then from Edale Cross you just cut across the field, cut across the corner, across the farmer's field. It is a public footpath and it brings you into this area of Hayfield by the Hayfield Lodge, Kinder Lodge, sorry, caravan and camping, and then you're back on Kinder Road where we all started this morning.